Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Chaos Incorporated, our fun TTRPG actual play of Identico with, in my opinion, the best cast of characters on Twitch. Biased,
we are definitely the best cast of characters on this stream.
You know what? I will leave that to the audience, but I'm telling you right now, they're the best ones I've seen. Truth. So, with that, let's get to intros tonight. Leading us off tonight is Dot playing Stitches.
Hi there. I've completely forgotten how this goes, and normally I don't go first.
I thought we agreed
Okay.
Dot doesn't go first anymore.
Yeah,
so.
I thought we established because I clearly have no chill. All right. Never regret anything that made you smile.
That's a good one. I like that
Applicable for this moment.
It is. And see, and you're smiling. So even though we threw the curveball, you still have a big smile. So
That's
there you
right.
go. Next up is our good friend Caleb playing Zed Lane.
You must trust in others or success is impossible.
Wow. Going deep tonight. Oh, and the finger guns. And that's important. Next down in the chute is Michael playing our lovely Leo Maxi.
It's wonderful to remember what butterflies feel like again.
What do they feel like? Bugs?
I can't tell you, Alex. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself.
Are these metaphorical butterflies like in the stomach, or are you talking about the little insects that if you touch them,
Ooh,
they
that's
die?
a good question.
No, I mean,
I've never wanted to touch a butterfly.
hey,
That's
Kaylee.
weird.
What's going on with you, Kaylee?
And now we're on to Kaylee, who's playing our very, very talented, especially with the roles that they had last episode, Chone.
I don't care about whose DNA recombined with whose. When everything goes to hell, the people who stand by you without flinching, they're your family.
Is that a Fast and Furious quote?
No, it is not.
Family.
The Dresden
No,
Files.
that would
Family.
be family.
Eventually we're going to do that.
It's about family.
Thank you for sticking with us through our little bit of a break. We had a holiday. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving holiday. Just before
I hope everybody checked out the holiday special.
They should. And if you haven't yet, you can catch that on YouTube. It was our Merry Heistmas preview episode for the adventure that we'll hopefully be releasing for Merry Heistmas this year. And Kaylee and Caleb, they played definitely very different characters than they play here on Chaos Inc. Very, very different. And so if you have not watched that episode, it was very funny. It was very fun. There was notes about getting Caleb a shotgun for this game. Because apparently Caleb just has good rolls with shotguns.
I mean, I'm for it.
Zed doesn't need a shotgun.
Zed is a shotgun.
Zed just talks a wide spread. That got away from me.
I think that metaphor ran away from you. Yep. It was a good try, though.
That one ran away from me.
Yep.
Take that one back.
I liked it, though.
Back
All
to
right.
one. Back to one.
Back to one. Yeah, we're good. We'll just do it live. It's fine. So, yes, if you have not done it, go check out that episode. It was very, very funny. Definitely not like our deep intrigue ones, but definitely was like a fun way to kind of set up some stuff for Identico in the future. So,
I'm a fan of the deep entry ones, honestly.
but we're gonna get a terms of service violation from somebody, either Twitch or YouTube, before the end of the night.
And it's not Dot or I. I mean, what is going on with this?
Okay.
I mean,
So, to recap the last
It is
episode,
not yet.
kind of getting themselves settled into their new place, they did a bunch of research and realized that one of the contacts that they were looking for owned a local steakhouse. And so everyone collectively decided that it was date night. Right? So the team got all gussied up. Zed went clothes shopping for everyone. Right? And the team headed out to the steakhouse. There they conducted actually rather like subtle surveillance on everybody there and found a who's who of local spies, syndicate leaders, and all around bad folks. As they were leaving the restaurant, they realized they were being followed by a gentleman on a bike. And after some very adroit hacking and a fancy glam change from Zed, they managed to bug the person's motorcycle and get an identity for that person. Feeling that, they had done such a good day's work with all their surveillance, they ended the evening by going dancing at a jazz club. And so we will pick up our story here the next morning at the apartment.
yeah, the camera's like showing the apartment, the sunlight streaming in, and there's nobody to be seen for like 2 or 3 beats. And then the door to Zed's bedroom opens up, and Chon walks out wearing the same shirt Zed was wearing the night before, and bare feet, and goes to the kitchen, rubbing their eyes, and starts making coffee.
What?
From Zed's room, you hear the water running because Zed is doing his regular morning routine. He's exfoliating, he's washing his T-zone.
Is that what you're calling it now?
That's what someone called it. Heyo.
Yep, it's going to be one of those days.
More like the D zone. Anyway, moving on.
I didn't want to go there, but
Last night. I mean, come on.
So Chon has come out of Zed's room. Where's the rest of the crew?
Yeah, Michael, where's the rest of the crew?
I don't know, Dot. Where is the rest of the crew?
Is this a new Where's Waldo variant? Because I'm not a fan.
I just need to remind everybody that a few minutes ago, Alex said how great we all were. We need to. We know what we're doing.
We're subverting expectations. We can never live up to that, so we're just...
There it is.
Under promise, over perform. That's what we're doing. We're under promising now.
Yes.
So you can overperform later. Okay, good.
Yeah,
can
over deliver.
overperform later.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
If the camera is like panning throughout the apartment, seeing people as they are, where they are, Stitches is at the bathroom at the end of the hallway, and she's just got the bathroom door wide open, and she's just sitting on the toilet like, Oh,
Is she fully clothed at that point,
no,
too, by the way?
stark ass naked.
Okay. Like Rodin's thinker. Okay, I got it.
Yes.
And the camera continues to pan through the apartment. Passes Maxi's room. The door is open. The room is empty. And back through the apartment, back out to the dining area, back out to the glass doors that lead to the patio. And Maxi is sleeping on a chair in the patio. Again, in the au naturel.
Alex, did you forget to tell us that we were drugged?
No.
We
you
all
know
just
what?
had a great time.
Well, I'm gonna.
I mean, I don't know how long y'all stayed at the jazz club, right? But y'all were going to the club for some dancing, okay?
I'm gonna say
and martinis. So
Maxi is not completely all natural. Maxi is still wearing the tie
in his holster.
and one sock.
A tie and one sock. There's an image for you.
Sock.
Yeah.
I will not
wait.
ask where the sock is.
So, Chone, you turn
What?
around and see Maxi after you, because you went to the kitchen, see Maxi on the balcony in such a state.
Chon kind of blinks, walks over and quietly opens the slider and adjusts the sunshade, the umbrella, so Maxi doesn't get a burn. And leaves a cup of coffee on the table next to him, and then goes back inside to make another copy for themselves.
By this point, Zed is done washing up, and he comes out of his room wearing, for him, a very casual dress down, but it's like casual slacks and a button-up.
Like
But
chinos.
the button-ups, chinos and an untucked button-up, rolled up sleeves.
Is the button up only like half buttoned?
Oh no, just the top two.
Oh, just the
Top-
Okay.
Yeah, which
Wait, just the
This
top
is-
two are
Wait,
buttoned
just
or
the
unbuttoned?
top two are buttoned, or just the top?
Have you joined a gang?
no. And you can see all these tattoos that you've never ever seen before. He's just covered. No. The top two are unbuttoned. This is casual Zed. This is And he goes into the kitchen and starts making a cup of coffee. And when it's done, he raises it to Chone.
There is a clink of coffee ceramic noise, and Chon looks around. Maxi's naked on the deck. Correction, there's a sock and a tie. You don't want to know where the sock is.
I wasn't gonna ask. Oh, okay. Is he
you
alive?
There was breathing. Have you seen stitches?
No. I didn't go look, but I remember us all coming back together.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean I don't remember. I don't not remember anything.
Yeah. Yeah, we all
So-
came back together and had a few more drinks and
I'm gonna go find Stitches and bring her this coffee. I threw the pre-made rolls in the oven. Can you keep an eye
Why?
on them? I wasn't going to make them from scratch, and you were busy with your T-zone.
and now I'm fine, so now I can make something.
I'm not saying no. I just asked you to watch them so
Okay.
they don't burn.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's an amuse-bouche, I think you call it, or a boussy. Whatever.
Pussy?
I will make sure they don't burn, and I will scrounge up something else to go with them. Thank you.
Okay. And Chone, with like 2 cups of coffee, goes in search of Stitches.
You would find Stitches in the bathroom at the end of the hall. The door is still wide open, and she's just sitting on the pot naked.
Chone just kind of walks forward and puts the coffee like about a foot in front and below your nose, and just kind of waves it gently around. Not like gonna spill it, but like trying to get the scent wafting to you, trying to boot you up.
Yep. She just both hands grabs the cup and just takes a little sip. Is everyone up? Is everyone else up?
Yep. Zed is freshly laundered. Well, I mean, Maxi technically is up, but he's on the deck. And I got Zed's a little cranky because I made like the quick cook rolls. I like the frosting; it's really good. He's gonna make something more though.
Oh. Breakfast? Oh, breakfast. Okay.
Yeah. Are you okay?
I have never really had fancy food like that before, and I don't feel great. But the coffee will help. Thank you.
Are you
Thank
sure
you,
it
John.
wasn't? Are you sure it wasn't the 6 martinis you had?
That I can handle.
Okay, so it was the good food that is causing whatever this is.
Yeah.
Okay.
My delicate system can't handle it.
Should I order you some greasy tacos?
No, it's okay. We're having the roll things, the breakfast rolls. That's fine.
Plus whatever
that'll be
Zed's
great.
making. It's
Yeah.
knowing Zed, it's probably like some sort of biscuits and gravy from scratch.
That also sounds delicious. You said Maxi's around? He's all right?
Yeah, he's on the deck. I put the sunshade over him so he doesn't get burned.
Why would he get burned?
Well, and Sean points down the hall. Your clothes and his are littering the hallway leading to here, and then like his lead back out there.
Oh. Right. Okay. And then Stitches like takes a second to look down at herself and is like, "Ah, yes, in the buff. Great."
And Chon is standing there like sipping their coffee, and they're wearing like Zed's like button-down shirt, like just like 3 buttons down,
to
and then
Mind you, Zed was wearing a tux the night before, so it's got like the 4 ruffles out, like the little like very tasteful ones from the center button line out.
yep.
And the cuffs actually are supposed to have cufflinks, but you're not sure where the cufflinks are.
Oh no, Chun's got those rolled up like around their biceps.
But the
And
little
they're not
metal
very tight
pieces
at all.
are not there.
Yeah. Oh, if you see the pants that Zed was wearing last night, I'd appreciate you telling me where those were. I lost track of them.
I don't even know where. I mean, aside from scattering the hallway, I don't know where any of the stuff he ordered me is.
All right, maybe I should just bring it all into a pile, put it on the table, we can sort it out later. We got to talk about these clowns we spotted last night, because it's getting a little heavier than we thought.
Yeah. I'll go get Maxi.
Why don't you finish up here, get cleaned up, get dressed, do whatever it is you're doing here, and meet us out for breakfast. 20 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
And Chun will head back towards their room with a quick detour to the kitchen to just look at Zed and go, she needs 20 minutes. I'm going to grab a shower and then I'll be out.
Sounds good. And Zed is busy cooking.
Chun disappears into their room and you hear the shower running.
Maxi, you feel a breeze and the scent of coffee as you awaken on the balcony.
All right then. Maxi will stand up and stretch and look down. All right. And then he'll bend down and take a sip of the coffee, and he starts doing some plyometric exercises on the balcony. Like he pushes some of the furniture off to the side and just starts doing some stretches. It's a nice sunny morning. Sip of coffee, stretches, sip of coffee. He, not thinking, he puts his feet on the glass door and then starts doing like inverted push-ups. In flagrante.
Isn't this
Lecto.
outside of Stitch's room? Isn't that where the patio was?
Well, the
didn't
patio.
we switch?
You have your own patio separate.
Yeah, there's a
Okay.
private patio in that. And then this is the patio that's adjoining the dining area, the main
Right.
main area.
Okay.
And the exercises continue on and off, and then a few minutes later, Maxi will step into the main area, still wearing the tie, but the sock has moved.
I feel like there needs to be an opportunity that Stitches leaves the bathroom and sees Maxi doing the inverted push-ups. I feel like that has to
That
happen.
then certainly at any time during this, the exercises take roughly 25 minutes.
Wow, look at timing.
Look at that timing wise.
I think at that point we're all sitting there with watching you do this.
Yes, we're all like, what is
And it's like general calisthenics, like stretches. It's nothing too crazy, aside from the inverted push-ups. That's like the weirdest, oddest exercise.
Okay. Yeah, Stitches comes out into the into like the central area of the apartment, and she's just wearing like an oversized t-shirt it's actually probably whatever undershirt Maxi had been wearing that was crumpled on the floor. She just found that, picked it up, put it on, and is for the most part covered. And she hops up onto the center island, and she's just sitting there like holding her coffee, taking sips.
Maxi stops doing the exercises, like turns and faces away from the window, and takes another sip of coffee, and then everybody inside can see him bend down and take the sock off his foot, and then like kind of make an adjustment, and then turn around with the coffee cup in his hand. And it's a very Red Hot Chili Peppers moment.
That is the most well done description. Tasteful, and yet oddly specific.
Yep.
Oddly specific. And then Maxi will slide the door open. Good morning, everybody.
Morning, champ.
Maxi,
Did you get your
Joan?
stretches in?
Yeah, it is a beautiful day outside. Warm, sun feels good. How is everyone this morning? Feeling well?
pretty
feel-
good.
Yeah, I feel great.
Yeah.
I've got a coffee now. I'm fine.
Is that breakfast I smell? Zed?
Yeah. I'm just finishing up here. Give me a second. So Zed made kind of a big breakfast scramble. So eggs, sausage, mushrooms, spinach, kind of spicy. And then I air fried a bunch of naan to make like chips to dip into it. And then we've got the sweet rolls that Chon made, and we also cut up some like fruit and cheese. And
Yeah.
a lot more
Whatever.
coffee.
Whatever platter you have, whether it's, I'm gonna assume the fruit and cheese platter, if it's sitting on the island next to Stitches, she's been nibbling the entire time.
I think you were nibbling at while I was like setting
Like
it
while
up.
you were prepping it, yes.
So like I'm cutting some strawberries and putting them on there, and I turn.
You'd place a nice little strawberry rose, and Stitches would just cork the whole thing.
Yeah. At one point, like I'm looking away and I'm doing something, and you go to take it, and I just reach out and smack your hand, and then you take it anyway.
Yes. Yeah, she gives you a look like, really? And then probably sleeps.
Yeah.
Anyways. It's meant to be eaten, Zed. I know you're trying to make it
You
pretty.
eat
but
with your
it's-
eyes first. You eat with your eyes first.
Sure, but then I eat with my mouth, and that's where this is going.
At this point, Chon walks in. Their hair is damp, but they're like wearing a black hoodie and loose jeans again, and stops and blinks at the two of you. It's like, how did you know what the conversation was last? Oh, You're talking about. Gotcha. Okay. This looks great, Zed. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
And they walk over to refill their coffee.
Yeah. So, should we eat first? Should we discuss business? How do we want to do this?
Maxi's leaning against the center island, just kind of picking off the fruit and juice tray. What is there to discuss from? Oh, yes. Yes, we
Our
should
new-
discuss last night.
Our new rogues gallery of contacts and baddies and
Yeah.
just insane. I mean, like, I've read dossiers that line up like this, and I've seen movies, but that's a lot of, like. And do we know who's against them? Who's working? Are they all working with them? It's a thing.
So on I think the kitchen island maybe has a display built into it.
Yep.
So we can maybe pull up just like pictures of everybody we saw last night with names underneath them. Not like a full holo display or anything,
And
but
we have the feeds from your watcher, correct, Zed? From you and Shone.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, we have all the intel we gathered last night and the research we did for who was who. So yeah, I have no idea what's going on with any of these people, but I guess we got to do more research.
Well, we should have the item today.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I was just gonna say, Stitches is sitting like cross-legged on top of the island now, at the end of the island, so that she's out of the way of wherever the display would be. And yeah, at the same time as Zed, with like a mouthful of whatever, like cinnamon roll style breakfast thing is being made. She's like, oh yeah, that whole thing that we had to do.
Do you actually remember what it is we have to do?
Don't we have to like plant like the fake tech thing that we were supposed to get? But then, right? Am I remembering this right?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
We were getting the copy of the black
The
box.
cyberware.
Yeah, and we had to go give it to the church girl. That's it.
Eileen. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, alright.
No, right.
On the nosy.
No, at the moment you sit.
You know what, Maxi? That was good. That was a joke. That was good.
Maxi looks around like, yeah.
I did it.
So, yeah.
Okay, are we still doing a whole thing where I'm gonna try and seduce her? Is that still part of the plan?
No, we were gonna try and pass the fake off as the real,
Right.
and then if even Seaver caused a ruckus, I believe the solution was we're going to aggressively bluff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that too. Okay.
Because it's like you two, and you hired us to come and help.
Right. Yes. Yes, this is all
Yeah, because I was the
coming
fixer.
back together. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And the like fake prototype thing that's getting delivered here today.
Yes.
Okay. And we still don't know anything about the Yahoos following us. That's what we're looking into now.
Well,
That appears to be the case.
Okay.
we know a little about the Yahoo following us, but I mean, Brian Lorcan.
Wetwork specialist.
Right. I mean, same, but right.
Can can we assume they were just following us to kill us, or
Can't assume
something
anything.
else?
Well, I would say we should assume at this point Kelly Aguilar knows we're here, right?
Well, she knows we're here. I mean,
Right.
I was captive. Remember, you blew up
Exactly.
a building, and
Exactly.
Um,
So I would assume that anyone following us at this point was probably under her advice, like under her employ.
I could be. It could just be we are new in town. It could be Eileen and Seaver having people follow us to see what we're doing.
Also true.
Hang on a second.
We've got video on Lorcan. Can we backtrack his activities for over the last few days?
That's going to be rough, and Chon pulls up their glow, and can you Alex, I'm going to pull up basically the track. We put that burner glow into
Yes.
Brian's saddlebags on his bike
Yes, you did.
ish.
Mm-hmm.
What is the results of that bugging? Do we get a
He hung-
location?
He hung out at the Dahlia for about an hour and then went to a building. The best way to describe it is it looks like somebody stacked two double wides on top of each other and then attached a garage, like one of those kit garages that you buy at like a hardware store, to the side. And it's next to a dirt field across from some boxy looking townhouses and another dumpy place. The location's about, as the crow flies, about 3 miles south of you, but it, like the way that Dallas's streets are set up, it's it's on the south side of the downtown core, like south of the downtown core by a chunk.
Okay.
Just south of the major freeways that bisect the city east-west.
Okay. And that's where the trace ends. It's still there.
Yep, it's still there.
All right, pull up satellite of that and kind of overlay the track on it.
Mm-hmm.
This is where Lorcan is currently, and do a search on that property to see if I can find out anything about it.
It's owned by a dummy corp.
Of course it is. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, we're following the person who is following us. Maybe we need to have a discussion with Mr. Lorcan.
Are you meaning discussion as in like actually talk to him? Or are you meaning like discussion?
Why not both?
I mean, that's a good point. Maxi, what are this guy, you've seen his dossier, and Chon kind of brings his picture to the fore and everything. What do you think the odds are that he is going to tell us anything, even under pressure?
Well, as you're aware, being a wet work specialist means that close quarter combat is going to be very difficult with Brian. So if we are intending to kidnap or in some other way incapacitate Brian, it would likely have to be at a distance.
What would you recommend if we wanted to snag him? Like, not dead, like snag so we can interrogate.
Why couldn't we still snag him from a distance?
I believe that's what Chon may be asking at the moment, is what the best way to
Yeah.
snag him would be.
Oh, see, I was still on the wavelength of we were just going to take him out from a distance.
No, we need information, and he's currently the person. We want to find out who hired him to follow us.
We could follow him more today with the burner, assuming he hasn't found it or put it somewhere
Or
else.
changed cars or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, we could.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's still early. Do we know when the fake cyberware is being delivered today? Did we have an ETA?
Sometime middle of the day, I think. Can I have another helping of the
Oh,
sausage
yeah.
stuff?
Here you go.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have a few hours if we want to, and we don't have to take it to them. right away.
Yeah. Well, why don't we see if the tracer goes anywhere? Why don't we just lay low for a little bit and then see what happens?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
If we-
pretty tired.
if we have a tracer, if we do still have the tracer on Brian, it may be beneficial to have one or two of us within visual range of Brian. The phone, the item that we have as a tracking device may not be reliable through the course of the day, depending on Brian's new mode of transportation, if he can be relied on to take the motorcycle or if he goes somewhere else. It may be better to have eyes on. Is it possible to set up a search spider, Joan?
I mean, we can. Yeah, I was thinking if we popped a drone over the place,
Well,
kind of flying
okay,
Overwatch, just watching for
What-
anybody leaving.
what about some sort of bait? What about using if it's one of the four of us that he's following, namely likely Chone, and he knows that the four of us are going to be together at some point or another. What if we make one of ourselves bait, and that's how we get whatever tracking we need to, see what else he could be doing.
It is a solid plan, but the challenge is that we do not know what Brian's intentions are.
Right.
I mean, I appreciate the offer to be hung out to possibly be killed, or stabbed, or shot, or poisoned, burned alive. And all that kind of stuff sounds a lot of fun, Stitches. But maybe we should not do that right now.
Hey, I'm just making suggestions. I'm not saying we gotta do anything. I'm just putting it out there.
Again, not a bad suggestion, but until we know more about our target, it is best perhaps to keep ourselves out of harm's way.
I can do a little
Fair.
bit of digging and see if I can find out anything. Do you have any contacts that might know somebody who knows this guy, Maxi?
I can reach out, and Maxi kind of looks down at the island for a moment. My resources are still somewhat limited at the time.
Gotcha. Okay. They're on cooldown. Gotcha. No problem.
Yes, they are on cooldown.
It's a refractory period. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Stitches. I am aware of a refractory period. And he grins. I believe I will take a shower and clean up. Is there anything that you would need me to do in the meantime? Zed,
Nothing on my end.
Stitches.
I think you've done enough.
I'm okay.
Wonderful. Zed, thank you for breakfast.
Welcome.
He grabs a couple more pieces of fruit and cheese and nods and walks off to his room.
I want to do a little bit of digging on this guy, but I don't want to do it from here. Because I don't know. Aguilar's a little hot for anything I do, so I don't want to lead anything back to here.
Well, I mean, he works for the Republic of Ireland, so, Zed, you give me an intel analysis roll.
Let me find my skills.
They're next to the thing that says to pay the bills.
Thank you. Dirty 20.
I mean, just off the top, the Republic of Ireland is not friendly with the rest of the United Kingdom, but the United Kingdom does have a pretty friendly relationship with the Republic of Texas because they're both equally prudish stupid heads. So you're guessing that he's probably not friends with anybody from the government here. And you know the church folks that you were dealing with were friendly with the government here because they're church folks. So you're guessing he doesn't have any specific loyalty to anybody within Texas. Could be a sleeper, could be something else. But if he's here, him working for Aguilar would be weird. And you've never seen anything in any of your research that you've done on Aguilar up to this point, and you've done considerable amounts, especially toward the tail end of last season, that indicates that she has any significant or any connection at all to the Republic of Ireland.
I bring that all up in a very casual tone as Chone is doing some research, or thinking about doing some research.
I think at this point, I just need to be pointed in the direction. I need to just know what you want from me, because as far as like the research front is concerned, that's not a skill set I possess, unfortunately. So
I don't think we really know what to exactly to do right now. I feel like we can.
What about this? So we need to have someone here to be here to receive this package, right? And Chone, you said you don't feel comfortable doing the research here because it'll lead back, like, am I understanding correctly?
Yes, I don't want this building blown up by a missile.
Right. So maybe we find somewhere a little bit more off-site for you to dig more into this research, and those of us that don't really have any other assisting skill sets for this type of work stay here and wait for the device to be delivered. I'm perfectly happy being the one to do that if need be.
I mean, if you want, that's fine. I was going to suggest you come with, because other than Maxi, you're a little more violence prone than Zed and I are. So having somebody to watch my back, but I can wait for Maxi.
Either way, I am either way.
You are either way. Gotcha.
I'm easy. That's all. I'm easy.
But
That works for me.
I don't understand the reference. So, anyway. All right. Chone gets up and starts washing their dishes.
Maxi comes out in short order, wearing, again, kind of casual clothes. Dark pants, light shirt, sandals.
Maxi, you want to go for a ride?
Where are we going?
Somewhere not here. So if they backtrace me when I'm trying to dig into Lorcan's financials, that they don't try and blow up the building. I was thinking like the library, if they have one in here. I mean, it's probably just full of cow lore or something like that. But I mean, they got to have a book or two somewhere.
Certainly, I'm happy to accompany you if you need. We can do
Cool.
push-ups.
I didn't hear you, Michael. Repeat it.
We can do
What'd you say?
push-ups. We can work on your form while we wait for the research.
I
You are
mean,
still
yeah.
you are still training, yes. I didn't.
Not this morning yet, but well, I mean, I haven't done my normal routine yet today. Why don't we go find a gym and work out there? I can probably just piggyback off their network.
That sounds very good. You shouldn't skip a day if you can help it.
I mean, probably should do some legs. Core got to work out yesterday, so.
Indeed.
So
Give me 5 and I'll be ready.
y'all get ready and head over to the 22-hour fitness. It's closed from 5 to
Good
7 in the
marketing.
morning.
Good marketing.
Yep. So they can clean the place.
Is that like 6-minute abs?
Yeah. Shortly after you all take off for the thing, you actually manage to the package arrives. While Zed and
Who
Stitches
brings
are
it?
there. A drone.
Oh. Just drops it on the patio.
Yep.
So, I think maybe Zed's in the kitchen finishing up some cleaning, and maybe Stitches is in the living room or something, and like we hear this thunk. Kind of look over. Oh, that was easy.
Yeah, Stitches walks over to the package and is just kind of like, wait a second, because we got to make sure that it is actually what we're expecting it to be, right?
Sure.
Okay. So she starts to go over to the package and is just kind of trying to very delicately, like, is there any sort of like postage on it? I'm assuming no.
No postage. It's a plain brown box, but no telltale signs of improvised explosive devices, no weird stains, no weird grease lake leaks. You don't smell almonds, and you don't smell that sickly sweet kind of vomity smell that is associated with trinitrotoluene, like pure trinitro. So
Okay.
it's a box. I mean, honestly, the box is about the size of like what you would put a 6-pack of beer in.
Okay, yeah. Stitches grabs the box and takes it into to the kitchen island.
Was there anything identifying it from the IOG? Did we just guess?
You're just guessing.
Oh, we're just guessing. Cool.
Yeah, that's why she wanted to make sure it wasn't a bomb first. That's really all that was the only important part. Is this gonna explode in my face if I touch it? You're welcome.
Maybe
Felix.
we should open it on the patio, just in case.
Okay.
How high off the ground are we in case we fall?
22
We're
stories.
in the penthouse.
Oh,
We're on the top floor.
damn it.
We'll be fine. It's fine. We'll be fine.
Okay, I believe you. Yeah, let's open it up and check it out. Why not?
Sorry, Kaylee was being mean in chat.
Okay, so you
I'm writing show notes. I don't know what you're talking about.
you
There we are.
you pop open the cardboard box on the exterior, and inside is a melded plastic hard case. It's about yay big.
Is it plastic as in like clear plastic?
No, it's
or-
like a melded ballistic plastic.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna open it.
So like a pelican case?
Yes, very similar to a pelican case, but a smaller one. You pop that open, and inside you see foam, like glued to the inside of the case to form like a protective shell around another piece of something that is in an anti-static bag.
Okay, I'm gonna assume this is it, and I don't want to open the bag out of fear that, like, if we do, then Eileen won't take it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The bag is semi-translucent and does have what looks very similar to the plans that you saw. It's about the size of a cigarette lighter, and it's got 5 little leads coming out of it.
Okay.
Kind of smaller than I thought. I thought it would be bigger.
It's meant to be a cybernetic implant.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is about what I expected. Okay, we need to box this up, and then I'm going to... I got a new glow, right? I had to have. Didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll shoot Chone a quick message and be like, okay, we got the package.
You get a thumbs up emoji.
Hey, Chon, what are you looking for when you're on the network?
Just seeing if I can find any trace. Like, I'm looking for financials for Lorca, especially in this country. He's got to have some sort of like money trail leading him somewhere. Like, how did he get here? Did he fly in? Did he drive in from Mexico which would be incredible because, that's a war zone. How did he get here? I want to try and backtrace where he came from and why, try and figure out why he's here.
All right. So first off, give me a search, Spider. So give me a software check. And then I'm going to need counterintelligence from somebody.
While this is going on, Maxi is doing some intense cardio.
Okay.
Chon is on a treadmill doing like a jog at this point and trying not to fall over.
I was to say, it's the kind of thing where you're jogging, but the speed keeps dropping because you're so busy. Like you're.
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
Exactly. That also explains why this roll is kind of low. 42.
Nothing.
Okay.
You remember that your facial recognition went through an IOG database where they keep track of all of the intel officers that they've got tabs on. But as far as anything like that, this guy's a ghost. You got nothing. You have no idea how he got into the country. For all you know, he haloed in with a parachute out of low orbit and
Nobody does that.
And, with hard cred sticks stuffed up his bum. You have nothing.
And we already got all the information we can get out of the IRG databases. And
you asked for the preliminary data file. You did not ask for anything else.
All right. I will try and get in through. I have access to IOG. I will use that to see what I can find.
Okay. What are you looking for specifically? His data file's not too intense. He was Irish military, special operations, got recruited pretty young to go into their intelligence services. No family that the IOG is tracking.
Well, if they keep track of him, they know when he landed in Kanos.
No, just because they're tracking who he is, they can't necessarily maintain a track on everybody. They do note in his cybernetics that he's got a Cat F glam. It's not great, but it'll work. No, they were not tracking him in Conus.
Okay, so we basically, the fact that he's here is intel we passed to the IOG. That's how they found out about it. Okay.
Correct.
This guy is a fucking ghost.
What was that? Joe?
This Lorcan is a ghost.
One of the only reasons they have as many files on him as they do is a couple years ago, he was targeted by their recruiting department as a possible recruit and was deemed unacceptable.
What was the reason he was deemed unaccessible? Sociopath?
No, but it was psychological profile.
Okay. I'll shoot Maxi's Glow a copy of his HR profile.
Oh, you do have a copy of the psych profile from the IOG, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Maxi's done HR, so I figure he can probably get that a little bit better. And I will look at... I have intel analysis, or do you want counterintelligence? I forgot.
Counterintelligence.
Dirty 20.
What are you looking for specifically on that roll?
I don't know. You told me when I was looking, you also needed a counterintelligence.
Yeah.
roll.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was going to be for more. You're guessing he could have come in through Mexico. That border is porous.
Right, and a good agent like that can make it through a war zone pretty easy.
Yeah. Maxi, when you're looking through his file, intel analysis or counterintelligence will work.
Let me see which one will.
Chone moves over to the Smith machines and starts doing deadlifts.
I'll do intel analysis.
Okay.
I'll take that. 23.
His HR file indicates that he's not a psychopath or a sociopath. The closest determination you'd be able to get would be like a narcissistic hedonist, right? He does it for the thrill of the job, right? He's known to have a new paramour in every city he goes to. He drinks a lot. Near as the IOG could tell, aside from like basically what's considered bog standard patriotism in Ireland, love for the island, fuck the Brits, all that stuff, he doesn't seem to have any other motivating factor besides I like messing people up and then getting wasted. Which is why the IOG passed on him, because he was just too much of a loose cannon. Too center focused for one of their operatives. He's not dumb, and he's very good at what he does, but this is not a guy who studies, political science and philosophy. He's given targets, he's given missions, he's given, operational stuff, and you're sure, based on the file you're reading, he's good at gathering information, but being able to, synthesize that info into anything useful is probably not in his skill set. If he's here, he's got a handler somewhere in the country.
Yeah, he's going to be, exactly, he's either here with the information that he needs to complete his target objective, or he's working with somebody to get that information.
Bingo.
Got it. Maxi passes that little bit on to Chone, standing next to Chone while Chone is on the Smith machine. Maxi's kind of wiping
Now,
down.
Chone, last episode you said you had kind of a subroutine to divvy out info to everybody's glows as you're synthesizing and pulling together. So I'm presuming you're pushing all this to Caleb and Dot's, or Zen and Dot's glows.
Yeah, it's basically a secure encrypted group chat.
So, yeah, you two are getting push notifications. Boodly-doop, boodly-doop, boodly-doop. Maxi does his analysis. You get another push notification. Boodly-doot, boodly-doot.
Well, I guess the research is working.
Yeah, but
Maxi takes
someone
a
else is
selfie.
pulling his strings.
Maxi takes a selfie of he and Chone working out at the gym and sends that to the group chat as well.
Boodly-doop.
There's like a pose in the behind.
Oh,
Wait, they're
those
working
two.
out right now?
There's another selfie that Chone takes, and they're doing like a hard flex in front of Maxi.
Hashtag gains.
Well, man, I want to go to the gym.
There's a gym in the building.
I don't want to go to that gym.
Go. I mean, we don't have to be here in this apartment anymore. If you want to go to the gym, go to the gym.
Well, no, you know what? Maybe I will. Are we supposed to do anything with this information? I mean, is this just keeping us in the loop?
It's just keeping us in the loop. We'll have to dig more.
Okay.
It's so Kaylee doesn't have to recap everything later and bore our viewers to tears, as they've already heard this information once.
Yep.
And then I don't have to tell it to you in character again.
Maxi, and actually, Caleb, Zed, after what Zed had seen in the last episode with the people that were in there and things like that, Zed's spidey sense was already tingling. Both you and Maxi, as the more like spy-y type people, something about this again is odd. You know, and much like what happened last time, we're like, there's something that Zed is feeling that, like, if you ever had one of those, like it's just in the corner of your brain, like it's right there, and you can't quite put your finger on it.
You've got the red piece of yarn, and you just keep it just keeps floating over the yarn wall. You know you
Not
need
sure
to
where to
stick
put
it
it.
somewhere, and you're just not
Does
sure.
does Zed bring back up his virtual yarn wall? Do we add Brian Lorcan to the yarn wall? And the other ones, for that matter?
Yeah, on the virtual yarn wall.
So, Stitches, you see the
I'll
giant virtual yarn wall.
I'll put some names, I'll put some pictures. And then because Zed is just so kind of puzzled and has got that itchy connection in his brain, but he can't put it together yet, he's going to go to like the work table that has the holo displays built into it.
Yep.
And he's gonna pull up the restaurant.
Okay.
And he's gonna find a couple pictures of the restaurant.
Okay.
And he's gonna kind of like somewhere there is a like full view of inside the restaurant in the marketing, like a 3D look around.
They do.
So he's gonna take that, and then he's gonna take like the digital equivalent of a little face stuck to a push pin, and I'm gonna put him at the tables we were all at last night.
I picture Zed is actually using a piece of software that he originally bought to do like placements for parties and
table
such.
settings.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Table settings, yeah. So like, for like wedding
Yeah.
planning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Zed.
So I make a very nice centerpiece.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure you do.
As you're doing this, you're like, I'm right there. I'm right there. And then two things kind of happen simultaneously. Stitches. It occurs to you, has anyone looked to see if your team's leaving any breadcrumbs anywhere? You have facial recognition software and watchers and things like that. And it never, you're like, wouldn't other people have the same stuff we have? And that pops into Stitch's head, kind of like one of those random thoughts. And then
Hey, Zed. I'm gonna roleplay this. Hey, Zed.
What?
So you know all the stuff that like Chone does, and they do that too, right? We're not the only people. We're not the only people with this level of investigative skill.
Yes.
Okay. So doesn't that mean that we could probably be getting researched in just the same ways?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of part of this whole counterintelligence gig. That's why our last house got blown up.
So does Chone, are they able to like cover our tracks with that? Like, is that an active thing that's being done?
I just assume they're doing it.
And then I'll send a message. Like, I'll just put a quick text in our group message. Hey, we're not being like cyber stalked too, are we?
And that message comes up to us as I assume at this point, Chone and Maxi are starting to finish up at the gym.
I figured you'd hit the protein shake bar because now you're hungry again. You need
We're actually using the water massage tables. So there's just like they're both laying on the tables, and you just hear, and they're just vibrating on these tables.
Okay, so Chone, you received that message from Stitches, and it occurs to you haven't actually backtraced yourselves in a while. And at the same time, Caleb, you're staring at your diagram, and it hits you. What if you weren't originally who Lorcan was looking for? There were 3 spooks and a ghoul. What if you just happened to wander by? What if somebody else was a target? And then you kind of start staring at the MI6 agent. That was in the restaurant. You've got a little popsicle stick figure of her in T-pose.
Interesting.
Chone, would you like to run a search spider on your team?
Yes, I would like to do that. Starting with myself, then going to Maxi, Zed, and then Stitches.
Give me a software check.
Okay, my dice really suck tonight. 33. To look up myself.
Nothing.
I would actually like to use my control delete on that one. I'm gonna reroll it.
Okay.
That was a real crap roll.
Chone would like to phone a friend.
Yeah. While Chone's doing that, anyone else? Anyone?
Maxi is headed to the protein shake bar.
Okay.
That was a 43, so a little bit better.
On Chone, very little. Basically, the intel trading sites have your last location as far as most of the street hustlers are concerned. They have you in Angel City last.
Good.
Right? Give me your next one.
Okay, this would be for Maxi. I switched dice and I'm happier. That's 53.
There it is. Maxi's face got tagged in facial recognition about 4 days ago. And
Was that at the mall?
Word went out that he was in Dallas.
Shit.
And also Maxi has been tagged by some unknown group.
Huh.
No reason why. But the current alert from Texan Intelligence on Maxi is he's currently logged as observe but do not approach as far as Texan Intelligence and law enforcement is concerned, right? But the notation in that file that has been leaked out onto the deep web is they're not sure why Maxi's here, but they know, and there's some vague redacted references to something that happened 15 years ago.
Okay.
And then it mentions another person named Felix.
We know that person. Okay. Chone keeps that to themselves for a moment and is going to continue on with the search.
But yeah, Maxi got tagged.
Okay. I'm going to do something about that in a bit. Let's see what the web has on Zed.
Depends if you have parental search on.
I do not. 49.
The problem is that there's about 17 known headshots for Zed. Known, right?
Yeah.
The file there indicates there's at least, they assume, 30 more. Zed's last known location was Silicon City. They haven't tagged him being in Texas yet.
Okay, cool. And then finally Stitches. This is going to be interesting. That's 60 for Stitches.
Tell
Tell me the dirt.
Texan Intelligence thinks she's dead.
Okay.
Her parents have disappeared. Again, notation is presumed dead. Right? But they think Stitches may have died in a... Like, they'd heard from a guy. Basically, the intel is considered third rate. But the last they heard, because you remember Stitches is from Texas.
Yep.
Last they heard, somebody had said So my cousin's brother was in this fight over near Juarez, and he said Stitches was there and got tagged by a Texan Rob with a 25 Mike, and so they think she's dead right now.
Okay.
Also, the file picture they have on her is at least 4 or 5 years old. I will let Stitches pick. Dot, what color was your hair then?
Probably like an aquamarine, like tealish green color.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, we can have a talk about this. Chone gets up off the table and looks around for Maxi, heads over to the protein bar. Or the protein shake bar. Not protein bar, that's different.
That's in a different part of town.
Hey, we need to talk somewhere quiet and private.
All right.
Chone, are you breaking up with us?
After we banana and chocolate, double protein hit with the P-way. Yeah, thanks.
You want greens in there too?
Yeah, plenty.
Pull out a giant handful of spinach, sticks it in there too.
That's the stuff.
Would it be best to talk in the vehicle on the way back to the hideout?
That would be
Stronghold
wonderful. To our
What do we call
residents.
Residents, yes, our residents. Yes.
Everybody gets a quick update that says on Stitches. It says, Stitches, Texas thinks you're dead, and I like your green hair, and the picture gets popped up.
So
Oh, I loved that hair too.
in this picture, Stitches is wearing like a wife beater with body armor over it,
Hell yeah.
like elbow deep in some person that she's trying to fix, like blood up to her elbows,
Yes.
right? With like an oversized shotgun on her back.
Yes.
It was obviously taken from some distance, but you think you remember that firefight.
Oh. Those were the good old days. And that's what she sends in the chat. Those were the good old days.
There's two emojis, a thumbs up and a fire emoji from Maxi.
We get to the car, and Chone just drive randomly for a little bit.
Can do.
And you might want to actually just put it on autopilot for a little bit. I don't want you actually driving while I ask you this next question.
I'd prefer to be driving than rely on the autopilot.
Okay, then Chone waits
Chone-
till we're at a stoplight or something.
Chone, you can ask me whatever you need to ask me. I am not concerned.
What happened 15 years ago with Felix in Texas?
The light
They've
changes.
tagged you.
The light changes and the car doesn't move right away.
Chone reaches over and hits the autopilot button.
I was tagged, you say?
Yeah, they got facial recognition on you 4 days ago, probably at the mall.
Like
Texas intelligence knows you're here, and they're watching you. That's probably maybe they hired Lorcan. I don't know, but the only thing they have in your file, it's heavily redacted. All I could figure out is happened, 2085, and Felix's name came up.
I was
At this
led to
point,
believe-
just to
oh,
make-
sorry, go ahead. Yep.
Sorry. At this point, the group gets another message that's just every like 20 seconds, it's a different picture of Zed. And then you start getting random pictures of like silhouette heads that could be Zed but have big question marks. And in parentheses, it just says Texas thinks, Texas thinks, Texas thinks. And that goes on for like 6
So-
minutes while we're having this conversation.
Of the pictures that Chone sent, Zed, Texas has 15 that they've confirmed, right? As you, right? Most of those were actually provided by British intelligence when you were working down in South America. You remember your original employer. So 12 of the ones that they have confirmed, of those, 4 of them are not actually you. It's definitely somebody with a glam, but it's not you. They have another 25 unconfirmed photos, only 3 of which are actually you. They did spot you that one time in Milan.
I was looking good in Milan. That's fine.
But the rest of them are not you. There are people who look, again, you could make your glam look like those people, but it's not looks you would go for.
No.
They really think you
As-
slum it more than you do.
As Chone is sending the pictures, I'm doing the thing in the chat where you can react to pictures, and I'm giving them like 1 through 5 thumbs up or thumbs down. I'm
Oh.
rating each of them.
The rating system, the Z rating
Yeah.
system.
Yeah, Z rating.
There you go.
Yeah.
In the middle, by the way, there's a picture, like, there's one picture of somebody that's not you, and they're dressed in like a Hawaiian shirt and flip-flops with black socks. And that picture comes through again, but it's actually your face photoshopped onto it.
Oh.
5 thumbs
Like,
down.
like badly
Can-
done, but obviously.
Can we actually
All thumbs
say
down.
that there is a Z emoji and you use your own emoji to rate the pictures?
There is now.
That is a much better idea, and I accept
Like-
that as reality.
5 like 2 out of 5 Zs. I am absolutely
Yeah.
in love with that.
Yep.
Yes.
So that happens while this conversation's going on, so you guys think that we're still doing work. So it's kind of automated. Chone just told their glow to do that. So
Maxi replies after a pause. I was led to believe that those files were removed from the Texas law enforcement system.
they're redacted. I didn't want to try and dig further because, well, it's you and you deserve some privacy, but you needed to know that they're looking at you and they have not forgotten.
Thank you for informing me of this, Chone. I will need to report back to a few people to determine the best way to handle this situation. This should not be impacting us at this time. The fact
think-
that it is means that someone did not follow through on their responsibilities on my end, on my resources end. The fact that Felix's name is mentioned is also troubling.
Yeah. Look, we might need to burn that tail a little bit, and I could lay some groundwork that shows you somewhere else. But if they tag your face again while we're here, they're going to know that, I mean, that's just going to vaporize.
Then I will not be seen.
I was thinking more we could just disguise you, maybe?
That is also a valid plan.
Okay.
Is this... Oh, one more thing. Maxi, this is between you and I right now. Do you want it to stay that way? Because I will tell them that you got spotted, but they don't need to know the details.
No, there is no need to hide this from the team. I trust them.
Do you want to tell them yourself then?
I am fine with you revealing the information, Joan. It is okay.
All right. And Chun like reaches over and pats your shoulder, and everybody gets at the end of the Zed pictures. After we've gotten like the fourth picture that gets like 3 sad Zed emojis, there's a picture, like a security camera photo of Maxi, and just a note says Texas intelligence tagged Maxi in city 4 days ago. We're gonna have to lay a track for him and get him some cover. Period. That's it. There's no details. There's no further detail. And then we're on our way.
Yeah, Stitches just sends back a thumbs up emoji.
So you head back to the apartment.
The missile hits.
Yeah. Caleb, you are sitting there like, okay, what if we weren't the target? Right. Also, Chon, the other thing that you get out of that is Texas doesn't have Maxi under active surveillance. Again, they have a DNA don't approach, right?
Okay.
It appears they're taking it pretty hands off. They've just basically been like, oh, look.
Person of interest.
This guy's here. Let's note that. Right?
Okay.
But if you found it, somebody else could have found it who's not Texas intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really the piece. So you managed to get back to your apartment. Caleb is staring hard at now he has a 3D visual of the restaurant with little popsicle stick figures.
Zed is staring.
Zed's staring. Like so.
That's also how Caleb would do it too.
Yeah,
so it's like
that's
art imitates life.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what you walk into is Zed staring at the yarn wall superimposed over the restaurant stuff.
And Stitches is like sitting on the floor again, crisscross, and just like. But shouldn't that? No, those ones don't connect. Those people don't connect, Zed.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, not that we've seen so far,
Did
but
you have to use all red string for this?
that's the rule.
Couldn't you?
That's the rule.
But wouldn't it make more sense? Wouldn't it be more organized if you like categorized or color coded your connections? That way you weren't like making such a web and now you can't tell what's what.
Well, this is like the primary version of it. There's a second layer that actually has the color-coded connections based on how we've seen things, but I like this version better because it just feels more natural.
You have your process. I don't need to need to step on any toes there. Sorry, I'm just trying
No. It's fine.
Okay.
Maxi steps up next to Stitches, kneels down briefly, and sets a drink in front of you. It is from the protein shake bar. I believe it is birthday cake flavor. I guessed.
I mean, I'll try anything once.
And Maxi smiles and then stands back up and walks back toward his room.
I'm gonna say Stitches thinks that's odd. And she like has the shake in her hand, kind of takes a second, looks over her shoulder. Zed, you good here? Chon, you good?
Oh,
Yeah, don't worry about Maxi. I think he's mad about getting made.
Yeah, no,
He's
I'm gonna
professional and all that.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I'm gonna go check on him. And Stitches takes a second, and then we'll get up and follow after Maxi.
You catch Maxi changing out of his gym clothes. He's just pulled the shirt off. He's still wearing the trainers, the gym pants. And you can see he doesn't hear you coming in. You can see him. He kind of balls it up and throws it in the corner, which is very much not Maxi style. And you can see him like looking back and forth, like looking at the mirror, and he doesn't see you. He just keeps looking at himself.
She opens the door and just gives a light little tap as she kind of peeks in a little bit.
Oh, it was the shake okay?
It was a little sweet for my taste, but still good.
Good. I don't know if you worked out today or not. I just thought you might like it.
I almost went, but then Zed had the whole yarn wall thing, and I was entranced.
It is quite amazing.
Mm-hmm. Are you all right?
I am all right. Being flagged by the Texas law enforcement is an unfortunate circumstance. It should not have happened, and I am troubled that they still have my information on file.
Right. Yeah, Texas is a bitch like that.
My understanding was that my prior contacts had that information purged from the Texas records, along with my friend Felix, who you would remember.
Mm-hmm. So these contacts, you expected them to eliminate these records for both you and Felix, correct?
That is standard procedure. The fact that I was able to be identified and flagged in the Texas system worries me.
Worries you... Why?
It simply means that, and Maxi kind of, his composure, he loses it a little bit. It means that things are changing. Things are not as reliable as they once were, and that is a problem in my line of work, in our line of work.
Sure. I tend to be a little bit more cavalier about things like that, just because, you know, I expect it at this point. I don't know, are you still in contact with the people that were supposed to cover all this up for you?
Yes, and I will be in contact with them to follow up on this as well. There is something to be said for being prepared for change, and I like to think that I am frequently prepared for the unexpected. But the last few weeks have shown me that perhaps I am not as prepared for the unexpected as I thought I once was. And he looks down and then kind of looks back at you and looks down again. And it's something that I need to reconcile with myself. And he looks up at you and smiles.
Say no more. She starts to head out of the room, but then turns back around and I do get it. I've been where you are. So if you
don't
need anything.
you don't have to leave.
Oh, well, you just said you wanted to reconcile alone, so I figured that was like, get the heck out of here, lady.
No, I simply meant that this is something I am going to have to figure out for myself and how to deal with. But I was not trying to usher you away.
I'm gonna disagree with you there. Because you have people here. I know I may be a relatively new person to you, but you have people here that are willing to jump in front of a bullet for you. At least that's been my impression. Maybe not to that extreme, but you get the analogy I'm making.
Of course, I understand, Stitches. And he starts to pace a little bit, back and forth. I guess what I mean is that I certainly have people here that care for me, that I care for, but they can't reconcile this for me. I have to reconcile this for myself. I have to learn how to adapt and learn how to deal with these things as a person. And that is what I mean. Not that I am an island, not that I am someone who is going through these things alone or by myself, but simply that I need to. I think I am overthinking.
I don't want to say one way or the other how you should think or feel about this, because everyone, I mean, I handled it differently when it happened to me. That's the only thing that I can go on. And I'm fortunate enough that apparently now Texas thinks I'm dead. So that's fine. That's
Congratulations.
fine. Yeah. I made it. But that doesn't mean that they aren't still watching my parents.
Yes. Your family.
Right.
I am sorry that they continue to be a concern, but you are lucky to have them.
They're all right. I mean, I don't know if you want to get into it in more depth, but I may be open about a lot of things, but I do know how to be there for a friend, and I'm here if you need it.
Maxi steps forward and just puts out a hand.
Stitches looks down at your hand.
And Maxi looks at Stitches and just kind of goes.
So she extends her hand back towards him.
And he places his hand on top of hers and just says, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
No problem.
And he like looks for a moment and then turns and starts disrobing.
Do you want some privacy? I mean, I can leave.
He bends down and grabs a towel, and just turns with his towel in his hand. I did not shower at the gym, so I'm going to do so now.
Right. Okay, sorry. I'll just scoot and
You do not have to leave. I'm just going to get in the shower.
See, this is where Stitches is awkward as hell because she doesn't understand social cues.
Maxi's not great at it either.
How did we put the two most awkward people? Oh, how did this happen? Okay.
If you guys want, I can give you an out. If you guys want to continue on, go for it though.
Yeah,
or there's just fade to black, and we.
Or this is
fade to black.
Here,
I picture it, actually the camera cuts over to Zed and Chon in the living room as Stitches wanders off. And Chon kind of just watches her go into Maxi's room and shut the door. And then they look back up at the yarn wall, and Zed just kind of like obsessively poking at it, moving things around. Hey, Zed?
What's up, kid?
What do you think they're talking about in there?
what do you think they're doing?
Shut up. Try to roll
I don't know. Grown up things?
You mean like grown up feeling things or grown up feeling things?
Maybe they're feeling each other.
I mean, I'm sure we know they did last night.
Yeah, I mean, well, whatever you pulled up or whatever Texas pulled up about Maxi has him in a twist, so maybe Stitches is just helping him out.
Yeah, he's a little shook, but I mean, he's Maxi. He's gonna be okay, and he knows we got his back. So,
of course,
maybe she just has his front.
Heyo.
Yeah.
So,
I broke Michael.
what are y'all doing now?
So, about what time of day is it?
You're now getting into like early afternoon.
And we probably set up the meet with Eileen for the evening.
Nobody set up the meet yet.
Yes, I need to make that call.
Yeah,
I will call Eileen.
You guys got the thing. But
Call on Eileen.
hung out looking at a yarn wall while we were at the gym.
I forget what I said my fake name was.
I mean, you don't really have to say your name. You just be like, got the thing.
It's me.
Meet up.
Yeah, that's what I do.
You get back a winky smile emoji. That's great. And then you get an address. South of downtown, as you're leaving the city. It's a diner.
Ooh. And do we have a time?
9 p.m. It's Jack's Airport Cafe.
So I'll look up to Chon. All right. 9 tonight.
For what?
The drop off with what's her face.
Oh, okay.
Eyeballs.
The place appears to be like a little tiny diner next to a one runway private airfield, with like maybe 7-8 private hangars at it.
Are any of the hangar doors open? Can we see what's in them?
No.
Dang
You'll
it.
steal them. You'll steal everything later.
Fine, if I must wait.
I feel like they're all gonna end up getting blown up somehow.
So there you go.
Alex, what was the name of the diner again?
Jack's Airport Cafe. Airport Cafe.
Okay, thanks.
9 tonight.
I confirmed with Eileen, like I sent her a thumbs up.
Okay.
Do I need to like get in another super special get up there, Zed? Like you need to rub dirt on me again?
You're in a bedroom right now.
All right, so we're fast forwarding past
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, that
so
was
you've
the
all-
fade to black,
No,
babe.
no, so hold on. So just one thing about that. Maxi doesn't have a bathroom in his room. Maxi was going out to the shared bathroom.
I'm
We
gonna
don't-
say
I thought we all. I
We're
thought
just-
there was one share. The only room that had a bathroom.
I'm
that
just
was
saying
owned
Zed and Chone
was
were
the
really
owner's suite.
paying attention.
Yeah, they weren't paying attention.
Chone went to go
Okay.
grab a snack, and Zed's still staring at their yarn wall. And then Zed was like, "Oh yeah, we gotta set the meat." And
Yeah, if one or two people decided to take a shower, whatever. I mean, I'm busy.
We're all adults here. You guys get
All right.
you guys get like an appointment notice on your calendars for 9 p.m. tonight.
so
Okay. So
fast forwarding to
Skipping
where
ahead.
you're all out in the main room, kind of having like a light dinner at like 6. You've got the meat set for 9.
Sandwiches.
Nothing too heavy.
No.
Oh, we lost somebody.
Uh-oh.
we lost
Oh.
Michael.
We
Texas got Maxi.
Oh no!
lost- Oh,
And he's back.
we're back, but you're all in
Maxie,
the
come
wrong
back.
spots there until his camera comes back on, and then we'll be good. There we
Just
go.
putting on a new
Damn
face,
it.
Look
but
at what
Texas
you
doesn't find it.
did.
No, but that was okay.
I
Damn you,
apologize.
Texas.
That was weird.
Happens to a lot of guys.
Jeez. Yeah. So we're all just having a nice little light,
Light dinner.
dinner.
Light dinner.
So Zed, do I need to be in any sort of fancy getup for this meeting again? Like, do you have to rub dirt on me again? I just got
No, I think we're fine this time. We need to be the same roles as we had last time. So I'm the fixer. You're the you were schmoozing with them, with Eileen.
Mhm.
Introduced them to me. The other two are just in our team, so they can be our muscle.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think if we just look a little,
Okay.
gritty, grungy,
Okay.
but nice. Don't wear what you wore last night.
No.
Wear regular clothes.
I don't have regular clothes, Zed.
The clothes you regularly wear.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Your usual ensemble.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. I have to go get dressed up though. Hold on. Because I have to play the part of the fixer. Be right back.
So you throw
Okay.
on some different stuff.
Should we all be getting dressed up?
Zed said we were muscle. Do I need to like put on armor or something and look more, foreboding?
No,
I
but
stick
you
my head out the door. Look like you looked last time. It's fine.
We weren't there last time, Zed. We
You-
were in the car.
You were there with us.
No,
You came.
No.
I thought they
No.
came in the bar with.
nope.
Mm-mm. We were your hired muscle afterwards, remember?
Caleb's having
Yeah.
problems tonight, kids.
They showed up
Zed-
after the fact. Because remember, I was drinking the gasoline whiskey, and they showed up with the car, and that's when we went and got tacos, and then we went in to meet
It's
Eileen.
it's
after the
probably
fact.
the fumes from that gasoline whiskey, Zed. Don't worry about it. We got you.
Okay.
radiating out of my pores.
Still,
Then yes, look muscly.
Maxi, how does one look muscly?
So
I'll
know-
borrow some
you-
of Stitch's
no,
clothes, maybe.
You know, earlier when you were wearing Zed's shirt and you had the sleeves rolled up around, like just over your biceps,
Yeah.
that is another way to look muscly. You'll want to show off the areas that you have been working on for definition, like your thighs, your calves, your biceps.
I assume it's more of a like dangerous more than like actual muscly, I think is kind of what we're going for. Maybe I should just like go with maybe I just bring the armor I brought.
Wearing armor is always a good idea in this situation.
Yeah, I've
But
got that.
sometimes showing a bit of muscle, actual physical muscle, also provides that feeling of strength and power.
Maybe I'll just take the sleeves off the medium armor. Just wear the vest.
I think that would look very good on you.
Throw the jacket on over the top. Okay, cool.
Okay.
And Chon goes off to get dressed.
So y'all grab your stuff, grab your gear, and head toward Jack's Airport Diner. The sun is setting low over Dallas as you head south. As you approach the location from the north, it kind of starts at a weird T intersection. You've got it's kind of a funky part of town. Again, it appears to be basically kind of your visual map recon that Maxi does before he goes anywhere. It's a single runway private airport. You pull down off this T intersection and head down past the private hangars to where the cafe is. There's a small parking lot in the front next to the main field. And you see a lifted, oversized truck sitting in the lot. It's one of only 2 other cars that are already there. And Eileen and Seaver are sitting on the tailgate on the back of the truck, staring out toward the road. You see across the street, there's a rather large, heavy copse of trees, fairly dense, just to the southwest of where you're looking. Very clear cut to your northeast, because that's where the actual runway is. There's a private pad right behind the diner with a small service road to the northeast of that.
And we're in the giant lifted Jeep, right?
I presume.
Okay. Who of us is driving? Maxi?
I thought you would be.
Oh, actually, no. It would make more sense that Stitches would be driving.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Stitches. Once she sees them sitting on the tailgate, she will pull the car up in front of them, alongside. And she gets out. And she looks at Seaver and Eileen. It's a pretty truck.
It's the night is a very black, inky night. The lights are coming toward you from the runway, so it kind of illuminates, kind of backlighting you. And those lights are super bright coming off of the airport itself. She looks at you, she goes, "So do we have the thing?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll get out of the car and stand next to Stitches.
I feel
Yeah.
like if Zed's the fixer, then maybe the rest of us get out and then he's the last one out of the car.
Yeah. Chon gets out and they're wearing the medium armor, but they've also wearing their trench over it, and doesn't appear to be very heavily armed, but you can see the hilt of a katana appearing over their shoulder, and they're carrying the pelican case.
Howdy, folks. We just need to settle up payment.
We need to test it first.
Test it on
Yeah.
who?
You see Seaver reach into a bag on the bed of the truck, and he pulls out like a little electrical tester.
Okay.
He motions for you to hand it to him.
Oh, nod at
Stitches.
Chone.
Yeah, Stitches gives the same nod.
John will walk forward with the case, holding the case, and flips it open. Still holding the case, like holding on to it though, but opens it in front of them.
Okay, he takes it out of there, starts turning on the tester, takes some leads, starts boop, checking it. You see him kind of furrows brow a little bit. He checks a couple of leads twice. As he's finishing up checking, and he puts it back into the anti-static bag, Chone,
Yes.
give me a wisdom save.
Okay, I'm gonna pass that immediately because what is wisdom?
No, not wisdom. Brain fart. Determination.
We
haven't
don't have
played too
wisdom
much-
in this game.
I haven't played too much D&D lately.
My passive perception
That's-
is a 14.
Give me a determination check.
That's why
Not
we're
a-
so bad at this game. We don't have wisdom.
It wasn't nat 20 and it rolled over to the nat 14, so that's 16 total.
Okay,
I'm so mad.
you start getting a feeling in the back of your mind that you haven't felt in about a week now.
Oh shit.
Something's entangling you. And you can see, just a couple of seconds in the future, you see something coming out of the trees behind you.
On everybody's comm, there is a warning, like a little warning alarm, and the direction of the trees.
Everybody give me a defense roll.
Oh.
That gets our combat proficiency.
Yep.
I think it's D20 plus agility plus combat bonus.
Yep. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Wait, what's our
Yep.
what's our combat bonus?
You get level 5, should be like a +3. All right.
All right.
You okay?
Oh, this is going to be great.
All right. So, what do we got? Stitches.
Nat 1.
Do you have any talents that'll let you roll that? Reroll that?
Nope.
Oh.
Does anyone have any talents that'll let her re-roll that?
I have. That's determination. Never mind.
Okay, so
I do not.
Maxi, what do you got?
23.
Okay. Zed.
11.
Chone.
Thanks to my new quantum entanglement senses, I rolled with advantage and got 21.
Okay. So we have one small problem. That would be Stitches.
Half the team is dead.
No, well, so Stitches, you rolled a 1, so I'm going to actually deal with you last. Maxi, you get tagged literally one time, but it is a crit.
Oof.
Ouch.
All right.
It takes you in the left arm. So, sorry, let me back up a second. As Chone warns you all, you see a dune buggy flip on front spotlighting, and it screeches out onto the road. And Maxi, you hear a whine you've heard before. You and Stitches both heard this. It's the whir up.
It's the spooling up of a minigun.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it's just a spray in your general direction.
I'm so nervous now.
So,
Which arm you said?
right arm.
Right arm. And what's the damage on the crit?
Sorry, grabbing some D10s. So, because it's a crit, it bypasses armor.
Of course it does.
24 points of damage.
Oh, God.
as a
Max's gonna
round
lose his arm.
impacts your arm. Now, let's see. A total of 40 shots. 6 of you. So you rolled a 1 dot. So you're gonna get hit 5 times. I'll start rolling locations here. Joan,
I'm
you
under attack.
managed to get down just in time.
So let go. Sorry, I'm under attack by a cat.
Uh,
I got down just in time. Thank you.
Caleb, you get tagged once in the left leg
Oh, I like that one.
for. Were you wearing armor?
Yeah, I had my I had like nano silk stuff under my
Well, it
clothes.
does 26 points of damage.
Ouch. Okay.
So Stitches, you are wearing armor. So
Am I?
you said you were wearing armor before,
Was I?
like plate, and you were like looking like a merc.
All right.
All right. So, 1 shot in the right arm for 17. 1 shot in the chest for 23.
Shoot.
1 shot in the right arm for 15, 18.
So that's 2 in the right arm.
Mm-hmm. For 18 to 15 is 33. 1 in the left leg for, only 10. And the last one to the chest for 17, 22.
So that's 43 to my chest. Ruh-roh.
How's that armor doing?
Gone.
Also at the same time, so Seaver and Eileen were not wearing armor. And they're essentially,
full of holes.
yeah, they're basically cut in half. Now I need everybody to roll initiative.
Are we? It's 11 o'clock here. Are we about to roll into combat, Alex?
Just for 1 round, and then we were going to do a thing.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
A thing. Do we have any bonus to initiative other than agility?
Nope, not unless you have cybernetics for it. Or there's also a couple of talents. Chone, what do you got for initiative?
A very powerful nat 1.
Okay, Maxi.
Double checking. It's not gonna be great. 15.
Zed.
3.
Stitches.
9.
Okay. Maxi.
You're so good at this.
Maxi, it is your initiative. So you have a better view now. You can see that it's like a doom buggy type thing. There is a gunner standing at the top. There's also 2 guys sitting in the rear seats and 1 sitting in the front driver's seat. There's no armor because there are no doors on this weird looking doom buggy. It looks like a Cahote class. And it's your move.
I'm gonna ask you real quick because it's been I can't remember the last time Maxi got shot. I'm looking at the damage from my left arm. I had my armor set up there, but I did not actually have my hit points.
25 hit points because you have no cybernetics.
Yep.
Is your total?
So on the wound track, that would put me for that arm at damaged
Okay.
or crippled, because that's the damage. Wasn't that damage like 40 points, and it was
No, it's 23.
You took
it was 23. Okay, so I have technically 2 hit points left on that arm.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So, what are you doing?
Ugh. Well, the dune buggy with the. Let's see, the dune buggy's still there. Maxi is going to pull a frag from his belt, and I'm gonna try and toss that under the dune buggy.
Give me an attack roll.
I'll take a nat 20 on that.
Oh, wow.
That's going to be 20.
Yeah, that hits right underneath it. Wow, I was not expecting that. Roll me some damage.
I was going to say the frags are. I'm looking at my frags real quick.
Frag grenades should be 3d12.
Yeah, thank you. You.
And go ahead and that bypasses all armor on that section.
Hooray.
It's a doom bug. It doesn't have that many hit points.
Oh no, I mean, I'll take it again. This wasn't great. Not the best, but I'll take it. That's 18 points.
All right. You blow all 4 tires out, and you see the tires like start to thing, and it like they start to spark. The wheelbases do. And you've definitely done a significant amount of damage to that thingy. He's going to spend his turn trying to get the vehicle under control.
For my move, I'm going to try and take cover behind our vehicle. Like, I still had the door open.
Yep.
So I'm going to try and duck behind the car door.
So he loses control of the vehicle, and it basically tips over and like falls onto its side and slides for a couple of feet. But it does put the minigun out of commission. So he's stuck.
You're welcome, everybody.
Stitches.
I don't even know, man. I feel like at this point, Stitches is on the ground just bleeding out.
How much HP do you have left in those various extremities?
I don't think I have any left in my chest. I mean, that took 43 points of damage.
Yeah, but you had the chest armor on because you were in your thing.
I have light armor.
So-
That's what I have.
Okay, let's take a quick glance at it. You had the light armor chest. No, you've got 17 points left of armor on that.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got 60 points of armor damage.
Yeah,
Each of the extremities has 16 armor. So
Okay. So her left arm is fine, but her right arm is heightened.
Okay, so what is Stitches doing? You see Maxi kind of like one arm hanging limply. Is it limp right now, Maxi?
it should be. It's like I said, there's 2 hit points left in that arm.
You see Maxi pull a grenade off and flick the pin out with a grenade and like make just a beautiful rolling throw right under the dune buggy. As it blows out the tires, the dune buggy kind of flips onto its side and goes skidding into the like dirt median between the road and the parking lot.
Okay. I'm gonna... make a, I'm gonna try and go help Maxi.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a medical check
Okay.
to try and at least...
Give me either a first aid or a paramedic roll to stabilize Maxi and stop his arm from bleeding.
Okay.
Do you crawl through the car? Because like we had literally stepped out of the car when this happened, so I imagine like both the doors were still open, and Maxi just popped in behind the door. Like he took cover behind the open door.
But Stitches could
Yeah.
make it through by kind of like diving basically through the car. So go ahead and give
Yeah.
me
It'd be funny if you
Give me either a-
just like just
a paramedic or a first aid roll.
Okay.
Really, you're throwing on tourniquets at this point.
Yeah. 18?
Okay,
Actually, 19 with my +1.
Maxi, you are no longer suffering from the bleeding condition
hooray!
on your arm, but your left arm is essentially toast right now.
Fix it
Wait, I
later.
think no, that was right arm.
Or right arm, whatever arm
Yeah,
is,
right arm.
whatever arm is messed up really bad, is no longer bleeding. So you're not going to bleed out and die. So,
Thanks, Stitches.
moving right along, this guy's going to spend his turn getting out. Zed.
So I am going to duck for cover, and
You've got cover behind the axle of the vehicle, so you remember from your basic training, axles and engines make the best cover.
you said the dune buggy flipped over.
Yeah, onto its side, with its top towards you right now.
Yeah, so the
wait a
minigun
minute.
is pointing away from us. It's
The minigun's kind of pointing into the ground right now.
Yeah.
But the gunner's still kind
I
of
was
like
gut-
in the turret.
I was gonna do a thing I see in the movies, but then I remembered there's no gas. There's no gas on these cars because they have batteries.
Yes.
That wouldn't help. I'm just going to take a pot shot at so there's 2 guys.
4. There's 1 driver, 2 guys in the rear seats, and the gunner. The 2 guys in
You
the
said
rear
the gunner
seats
was
is kind of still stuck in the turret. He's trying to get out. The 2 guys in the rear seats have managed to extricate themselves.
Okay.
But they haven't really they haven't reset to start attacking yet.
yeah. So the first one that I can easily draw a bead on,
Yep.
I'm just gonna shoot him. I have that custom whisper pistol that Maxi gave me.
Are you doing a called shot or are you spraying?
Isn't the whisper pistol just like a 1 shot at a time? I didn't think it was auto.
No, but I mean you can still fire it 3 times because it's a pistol.
Oh,
it's just
But-
you take.
But you
Yeah,
can't pick the location. If you take the single shot, you can headshot him.
yeah, I'll try for a headshot.
All right.
I'm sure I'm gonna miss because I got a 12.
Yes, you did in fact miss. He sees you kind of ducks out of the way as you fire your
Yeah.
pistol at him. Chone.
Okay, do I go for being cool or do I go for being smart? We're going to go for being cool. Alex, I want to.
It's Identico. It's really cool.
Yeah. So, Alex, Chone's going to focus and reach into the quantum entanglement and attempt to teleport behind them.
Give me a determination check. It's been a while
basically
since you
step
practiced.
Yep. I am going to use my special ability called Doe. Oh, wait, not Doe. That's intelligence. Stubborn. I get to reroll a failed determination check.
Go ahead.
And that is a 19.
You don't quite make it behind them. But
Okay.
you do get kind of off to a weird side there. And you don't think they've noticed that you've moved.
Can I close an attack with my Vibro Katana?
Yes.
Then I will pick the one that is kind of in the turret because he's struggling to get out and not even paying less attention.
Yep.
And I will. Now, the speed is 3-1. Does that mean I literally can attack 3 times around with that thing?
Yes, you just don't get to pick location. Single shot means you get to pick location.
Okay.
But 3, you're going yeah. You're just slashing.
Yeah. Chone has a combat proficiency with this, so they're going to do a flurry of cuts at this guy.
Okay, roll me 3 d20s. Your target number is 4. Because they rolled a 4 to dodge in the turret.
That's good for me, not them, because I rolled 3 12s, which means I have 3 16s.
Okay, that is 3 hits because they rolled a 4.
Now the Vibro Katana does 1d10 plus strength.
Yep.
Correct. Does the Vibro part of it give us anything?
That's the d10, otherwise it would only do a d8.
Okay, so it doesn't do anything cool like cut through armor.
No.
Dang. That is... The first one is 10,
Okay.
then 8. I'm sorry, 9, because I have a -1 strength. Whoopsie. So 9, 7, and 5.
I mean, you make some pretty decent cuts on him.
And
But-
probably freaking him the hell out.
Yep. But he's still there. You all see Chone again kind of phase out of reality and reappear a weird spot and then run up and try and slash this guy.
Ethan slashing.
As you do that, you see Eileen roll over, groaning, and she goes to grab the item as she's holding her gut. She grabs the hard case and starts kind of like trying to run toward the airfield. And that's where we'll stop. So join us next time as our Shut Up crew begins in the middle of a firefight. We're all going to study combat systems for the next 2 weeks. So...
Yeah, maybe.
Because we so very rarely get into combat here.
How do I take
I was told this was a game about cooking.
I was told I would be flirting and then just being menacing.
You were the one that started one of the combat sessions.
I mean, not this one.
No, not this one. That's true. So, everyone, thank you for joining us. You'll be able to catch this on YouTube in a couple of days. If you're watching this on YouTube later, make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell notification for the notifications and like all our videos and send us stuff down in the comments. You can find us all our information on playidentico.com. You can find me everywhere on the socials at Alex the Humanoid. So make sure you go find us and play with us and come hang out. All right. We had a pretty decent sized audience tonight, so I appreciate everybody that hung in there this whole time. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. And we will be back in 2 weeks. I will be back tomorrow with Identico After Dark. Guess TBD things. It's the holidays. It's crazy. Everyone's so busy. So
Alex, if you need me, let me know.
I do, buddy. Also, for those that want to know and those that are curious, the AP declared for Raphael Warnock while we were on stream tonight. So now there's 51 Democrats in the Senate. So if you were curious about how the election was going, because it is runoff night in Georgia, they've already counted most of the votes, and everybody, to include Fox News, AP, everybody has called it for Warnock. So it looks like that's where Georgia's going to be for at least the next 4 years till they have their next senatorial election. So congrats to Raphael Warnock. Herschel Walker, we hardly knew ye, and I'm glad we're not going to get to know you anymore. So that was your political bits for tonight. Dot, where can folks find you on the internet?
Politics in the games.
This is a Cyberpunk game. There's all kinds of politics in here. In case y'all haven't noticed, I'm trying to get banned in Texas.
Not trying hard enough, apparently.
Apparently, I need to work harder. Dot.
Yeah, you can find me on the Twitters .matrix_01. Also, on a little podcast called Resting Glitch Face, as well as Gaming with Gage and Friends.
And it is wonderful. So, Kaylee, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on the socials of choice at Anime Girl. Also over on the Redemption podcast, where we are in the middle of season 8, our last season as a podcast. So,
Michael, my friend.
Alex, my friend.
Aww.
Go.
You can find me at Loser MLW on the socials. You can see me also on the Redemption podcast with Kaylee in our last season as a podcast. You can also find me on Tubular Teens with Titans, which is a Super Saiyan Power Rangers audio drama, inspired audio drama. It is not a Power Rangers show, but it is like Power Rangers, and I play a villain named Harbinger there. You can also find me here on Identico.
There you go. And Caleb.
I am on the socials at the Caleb G. You can also hear me on the RPG Academy and read the things I write on the rpgacademy.com. And you can also go to point5past.org on the socials at P5past for the charity work that I'm trying to gear back up for a fantastic 2023.
And it is going to be wonderful. Everyone, thank you for joining us tonight. Come back and see me and Michael tomorrow on Identico After Dark at 7 o'clock Pacific time. I think we got like a whole bunch of trailer roundups to do. There's all kinds of stuff releasing out there.
I got stuff to watch then.
Oh yeah, there's like we got Guardians trailers and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So go check that out. check us out tomorrow, and we will see you for Chaos Inc. in 2 weeks on the 20th. We love you all. Stay hydrated, drink water, be safe, and take care of yourselves. Right? Self-care is important, folks. That's what I'm going to leave you with tonight. Self-care is important because you can really push too hard. Thank you very much, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.